Football League brings us to the Hoosier State, where Colts fans rise to their feet with the striking of the anvil as it is time for football here at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indy. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Indianapolis Colts. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys ready to get this one going. On the other side, Colts head coach Shane Steichen. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go on EA Sports. And able to get this out to the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And a look at the man under center, now in his 8th season in the National Football League.
What a terrific story last season. Daniel Jones began with the Giants, spent a little time with Minnesota, and landed with the Colts. And before he got hurt with a torn Achilles, had the Colts as the #1 seed in the AFC. Was given a 2-year extension in the offseason. They expect him back in form and quickly.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup in 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. Throwing, Jones. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now Jones. Eluding the pressure right. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
They go play action here on first down. A short one there, caught by Warren. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. They run once more with Taylor. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Connecting over the middle with Downs. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. They'll try to field goal now with Graham Gano. From the right hash, this from 53. Gano's kick is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
Absolutely. absolutely one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Just check the record. Unfortunately, the Ravens didn't win their division last year because Lamar Jackson was battling injury, only 13 starts and just 2 rushing touchdowns. Let's expect to see him back in form this season.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And they will get him down behind the line, but a penalty flag comes in late. And I think they got him down by the face mask. Well, we know how difficult it is to slow down Derrick Henry. That time they went to the face mask, and that's a pretty easy call.
They're just trying to figure out any way possible to get him down, but you just have to wonder if that might make him just a little bit madder. He already runs angry, and that's when he's in a good mood.
They go play action with Jackson. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long, there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Jackson now. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 40. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. On the counter, it's Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Jackson. Rolling to his right. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Jackson to throw. A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 18. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. A first down carry for Henry. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
On 4th down, on is Tyler Luke for the Baltimore field goal. This a 33-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Colts offense headed out. Now that's their offensive coordinator, Jim Bob Cooter, wearing the headset. He is as intense and as focused as you'll find in this business, and all eyes, including his, are on what is to come in this next possession. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. Up past the 30, second down coming up.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Jones. Throw out wide is incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. His throw incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. 23 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 23.
When I played in the yard as a kid, I used to imitate the spectacular catches that I would see on TV. I don't think I ever imitated one quite that well.
Come on, give yourself some credit.
No, I know better. What we just saw there, that was pretty special.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Off the play fake. Jones.
And there's a good opportunity to just run a ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long, The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Graham Gano on for the field goal.
Gano's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now 2nd and 9. To throw is Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that tough rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll start with a give to Henry. And he's got some space here. Inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 128. He's now tied with Marvin Harrison for number 9 on the all-time list. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Tyler Luke now for the extra point. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as they get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, That doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Motion man right, that's Pierce. From the gun, it's Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
In motion is Westbrook-Ikhine. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. That is a big fella, Nnamdi Madubuike, forcing his way in. He comes up with a sack. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Here Jones gets it out quickly, complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And it'll be 4th down.
That's a little too conservative in my opinion. You've got to trust your quarterback here on 3rd down. Instead, they try to pick it up with the screen, but the defense was able to rally to the ball and get the stop.
Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Sliding out of the pocket. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
In motion is Westbrook-Ikhine. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Watch out for Hill on the return. Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give a much better starting position. Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask, and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week they had some defensive miscues like that. And they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up. But obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. A give up the gut to Hill. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Throwing is Jackson. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Now Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a 1st down.
Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. That last run going to put him over 100 yards for the ball game.
At the 44-yard line.
Now 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even at 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. That flag, that'll push him back 5. Here's Ryan Eckley now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. And now a stoppage, and it looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. That ball complete. It's a rookie from Oklahoma. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 3rd and 4 now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
Fair catch. Signaled for and taken.
As the visitors head back out, we take a look at the defensive coordinator for the home team. His guys have a first-half lead, all going according to plan so far, as they look to come up with a stop on this next drive. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he fires one incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because when I'm passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well. So give some credit to the defense.
Now it's Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
Operating from the gun, Jackson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
A 23-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that's going to tie us at 13. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Throwing Jones. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Jones out to the flat, and that's caught. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Okay, so roughing the passer, I've got to imagine that's the last thing. One is your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a game that's dependent on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Brings up second and 8 at the Ravens' 12-yard line.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
He was taken down.
Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
Brings up third and 5.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Third and 5. Now Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
A 33-yard attempt.
Gano's kick is good. And they have regained the lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And it's third down.
It actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. Back to throw. Jackson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Here's Jones. Throwing to start the drive. That's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine. Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw. Jones. It's complete. Burks. A gain of 5. Good enough for the first down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
10 yards. That's good for the Colts. First down.
Jones, a final shot before break. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Our trip through the NFL starts now. We begin at Lumen Field in Seattle. The Seahawks at home to take on the AFC champs, the New England Patriots. And it's the tight end, Elijah Arroyo. He's going to look in the catch and then look upfield and watch this. Mark it down as a 65-yard touchdown catch. The Seahawks get it done. They win in overtime by 1. One more to tell you about. It's the Niners and the Rams, the Melbourne game. First ever trip to Australia. And this is the Niners defense making the big play. They force the fumble, ball's loose, and then the presence of mind to scoop it up, and he wants to score. He will. Touchdown. The 49ers kick off their 80th season as an NFL franchise with a win down under in Melbourne. With that, let's give you a look at the rest of the action this week around the league. In the game you're watching, it's been tight throughout, a field goal separating these two sides through 2 quarters. As we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Out come the Ravens. As you see their offensive coordinator, Declan Doyle. His guys trail here in the second half. So every drive important now as they try to mount a comeback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And he'll get this up just shy of the 40.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
A 5-yard pickup on the play.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
At the 38-yard line. A gain of 5. First down, Ravens.
They go play action now. Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
And the Ravens first down.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Henry out of the pistol. There's a nice move. Shedding the tackler, it gives him some room. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And let me tell you, that wasn't as easy as it looked. Dancing away and moving forward for 6 yards.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Jackson now. Stiff-armed him. And the Ravens are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They go play action with Jackson. On the move to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. On his loop for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Colts offense headed out, and that's their offensive coordinator, Jim Bob Cooter, wearing the headset. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Across the line and to the ball quickly there, Trey Hendrickson.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now on 2nd and 13. Jones. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense.
Okay, so they'll march backwards on the penalty there.
I don't know about you, partner. I thought that was maybe a little bit of a ticky-tack type of a call. Was that a clear block in the back when he got his man off balance? I thought that was a tough one.
Back to throw. Jones. That pass taken in by Burks. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd down at the 34-yard line.
New York Giants. New York.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 56 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Open man, Westbrook Aquino. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So they'd gotten the 3rd down conversion, but the illegal block in the back means they'll have to try it all over again.
Yeah, those are the ones that can be really tough to bounce back from, Brandon. Such a poorly timed penalty.
Now 3rd down and 7. Operating from the gun, Jones. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
They go play action here on 1st down. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 32.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? It looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
New York Giants.
Again, it's Taylor. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And the Colts are going to have what looks to be a 1st and goal as he'll take this down to the 10-yard line. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up first and goal.
Yeah, it's some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
They'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing again on second down. Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. A nightmare on third and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The Ravens offense and Derrick Henry set to take over once more. And as we roll through some of the highlights, we see how crucial he's been to their success in this one. When he's in this type of a groove and his offensive linemen are creating running lanes for him, he can really put on a show, and he's done so here. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Throw to Stewart. And they're to drop it for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. The Colts offense and running back Jonathan Taylor heading back onto the field. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Off play action. Jones. He'll check this one down to Taylor. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
That's good for a Colts. First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 45-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Jones took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. They're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. As the visitors head back out, we take a look at the defensive coordinator for the home team. His guys trail here in the second half, and things haven't gone quite their way, so that makes this upcoming possession an important one to not let this deficit get any worse. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They begin with Henry. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And even 150 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Baltimore.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And we'll get a few yards here to the 34.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
2nd down and 8. Jackson. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. To throw is Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Looking to put a drive together. In motion, left goes Burks. Now Jones throwing to start the drive. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And his throw here is incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Looking to throw, Jones. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. pushing his way through. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Harris running straight ahead. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
49-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Kyle Hamilton in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Back to throw. Jones. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 13. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And just not a ton of room to work with. They'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want a total sellout to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Now Jackson. He'll get this to Flowers, left side. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Inside handoff, Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Jones now throwing to start the drive. Over the middle, it's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Looking to throw. Jones. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 9 yards that time.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Colts. First down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
At the 41-yard line.
Another try after the first down sack. Jones over the middle, complete. That's Pierce. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Back to throw. Jones. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new set of downs.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Now Jones just going to back this forward on the jet sweep. A great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Looking to throw. Jones. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Back to throw. Jones. This one into the hands of Will Mallory. And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career. And that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that. And even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
It's now 4th down.
Gano's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So it's another field goal here. He may need to ice his leg after this one. That's now 5 field goals converted in this game alone.
Yeah, get the trainer. They're going to need this guy. And they've needed every single one of the field goals he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a win, I say he gets a game ball.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Throwing is Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
From the gun, Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Jackson to Bateman there, first down, Ravens. He'll drop to throw. He'll find Bateman once more. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. Jackson will throw again. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 39-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Third down.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's third down now. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Colts offense and Daniel Jones set to take over again. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense. Say, okay, we'll come after you instead.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
A loss of 7. It's 4th down.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line.
That's good for a Colts. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here's Jones. On the out route, he's got Burks. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
At the 22-yard line.
And he is going to lose yardage here. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here comes 2nd down.
Here we go. New York jumbo leg.
On the give, this is Harris. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
3rd down.
Half jumbo. New York jumbo legs. New York jumbo leg.
Jones. He's got his man. It's Pierce. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious.
The Ravens take over 1st.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down by 2, 43 seconds to go. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. Jackson. Flushed out right.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Now Jackson. That went into the hands of Flowers.
Jackson's pass.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Baltimore.
And 26 seconds now as the spike comes in. Here's 2nd down. Jackson to throw. Flush to his right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Once again, out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses will focus so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
Here's Jackson. That is caught. Bateman. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10.
It's a gain of 8, but it brings up.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They could not convert, and they turn it over.
It's a turnover on downs.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1, and one of our early window games here in week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of the season.
So for Indianapolis, a win's a win as they eke out the 2-point victory to take the season opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.